Hey, what's happening? It's your brother in the footwork, DJ Cornerstone. And you're tuned in to the second half of the interview on Give Us the Works, the podcast where we interview various dancers, DJs, and producers. So y'all get ready as our guest finishes on up, telling us about they works.
And then I finally took heart and my ambition when I first started this journey was to make a fan page.
Okay.
And the reason being was that when I started getting into it, I was really frustrated because I had to collect all the information on all the different platforms, like a detective.
Really?
You know, like, because I never heard of any other crew than Creation. So like, who are the other crews?
Right,
and I had to really dig in, like, oh, okay, and who is who, and like, how do I find out? And nobody ever explains anything. People just put dance videos there. There's no name. There's no context. You know, it's like, what is this, please? And also same with music. So my first vision was to have start a research group and a fan page, and then things took a total different route with me finding out that I need to come to Chicago to learn what the culture really is, because there was no such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also when and then I felt like, okay, if I'm already doing this, why not take the camera and do the documentary?
Yeah.
And I actually kind of put the idea of a fan page aside. I felt like that might be something that people in Chicago would have to do for a while, I felt.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm coming back from the second trip, again, I felt like, now I know a lot more about the culture, you know? Like, I've gone through a lot of process of adjusting, like, where do I have my own beliefs of what Chicago footwork is and what is really Chicago footwork?
Mm-hmm.
And am I ready to represent Chicago footwork for what it is and not what I want it to be?
You said something there. Yeah.
And I have to answer that question for myself with yes. I am ready to represent Chicago footwork, what I think, what I learned, what it is. And there are things I might not even be so comfortable with, such as juke culture. But that means I'm still ready to represent it because it's part of your culture, you know?
Yeah.
And so for me, when I had these questions answered for myself, I felt like, okay, let's give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, the situation is still as it was 2 years ago, that there is no platform that speaks for all the crews and for all the musicians and labels. There is only and that's okay, you know, but what you find as a fan is people representing their crew or their label or themselves, but you don't really find that overview still.
Right.
And I also felt like it's important for me also to network with more people who are aware, like fans here overseas in Europe that also have an interest in, doing it right, change that narrative. So I felt like a fan page can also help to find a network of people that would be willing to, have the respect that the culture deserves.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's why actually 2 weeks ago I actually started the Fans of Chicago Footwork Instagram page.
Okay, right on. I don't know if I've seen that yet. I don't know if I've seen it yet. You gotta send me the link.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Gotta definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna put y'all check it out too. Fans of Footwork page. All right.
And it's not like, because there already is chicagofootwork.com. What's the difference is that it's more about music. So I also do reviews on music sometimes.
Yeah.
And what also there's a category called Dancers Top 5, where any dancer, if you haven't sent it over, please help me with that.
Yeah.
It's you send dancers sent me their favorite 5 tracks, and then I make a post about it and put it on SoundCloud, and also obviously tell people to buy the music and stuff, so people also get a feel, because that's what exactly when it comes to spreading the culture and the criticism of making it something it's not. I think the most important thing is for people to be able to know what real Chicago footwork is.
Yes.
And right now, to be really honest with it, you almost have no other chance than getting it wrong, because you have no access to what the culture really is. So every fan around the globe who's not in Chicago can only go by the assumptions. So like it's and so yeah, for me that's a reason. Like I also hesitated to do it for a long time, to be honest, because I just have so many things already got going on, and it's so much work.
Yeah.
And how much can you work for free, you know?
Yeah.
I'm already doing a documentary on my own budget, you know.
Man, I'm gonna, yeah, because I wish there was a way. I know everybody's got their own thing, but I noticed, like you said, Sister Battle, she's got one, and I know Brother A. Curry's, working on one too, man. I'm like, boy, it'd be nice if y'all kind of get together, because I know all y'all in search of funds for it too. But I want to say I really enjoyed the review you did. It was last year sometime. I can't remember the exact date, but y'all, it was so dope, because it was like you were walking, and you would play a track, you introduce, you would speak about it and all that, speak about the feel of it, the like your thoughts on it, the influence, and you would play it, wouldn't play it for a long while, then you go to another one. It was like something I literally could see like on TV, like something from back in the day on MTV, and BET would have stuff like it was like a legitimate, for real review. And that way, you were able to be, if you weren't familiar with the person, you were introduced to the person and their music. So, no, that was real cool. I like that. That was real smooth. And I love your interest in Chicago footwork. Like, not too many people are going to fly to America, to really learn more and then do it again. That because it's expensive, for one.
Yeah.
So, no, yeah. It just shows how, like, for real and serious you are about it, and passionate you are about it. But I want to just kind of jump to another question. Like, as far as the footwork community and footwork itself, like, what do you see, or actually, what would you like to see happen for the footwork community?
I mean, of course, right now we have a situation where if you want to learn Chicago footwork, the dance,
right?
There is Creation Global teaching with CFology, but that's it. And I see that there is also the problem that not so many people are visible that want to learn. So people might be scared that they might invest if they start their own Zoom classes or maybe video classes or something, that they might invest and it might not work. But I can also say at the end, at the other side, is like, consistency is obviously always key to pull in interest and pull in a crowd. So it really depends on what Chicago really wants and what the artists in Chicago really want. But if, like, the interviews I made and the interviews I heard on Behind the Name, right, what I heard people say clearly is, we want this to go global, we want to teach, we want to do that and that and that. And as you said, like, it's the thing with Chicago footwork is there are so many cultural influences within Chicago already that oftentimes people are not 100% on the same page. And then sometimes the question of collaboration, quite obviously, is a big topic. Yeah. That oftentimes people just don't feel so comfortable collaborating. And from the outside, I can understand, because it's so personal, and people have so many different backgrounds, how they live. But at the same time, yes, I mean, if you really want to, like, I think it's a shift that I wish globally to happen, not just for Chicago, just a shift of owning your own, that to stop to wait for somebody to come do it. Like, because I'm not even in a position, like, yeah, just because somebody from Europe is here, like I'm so not the establishment, I can't do anything. The only thing I do is just following my heart. But I have no access to the establishment. I won't get a job for no one. Let's be honest. But so this is the thing, is like, I wish that, the people that do have these ambitions get really clear and get together and collect their resources and work strategically on it. I think that's super important, because like what I want to do with the fan page is make more visible who are the fans. But when it comes to making classes, actually having things to sell, that's something I want to have no part in. And like for me, it would be great if like there would be more of that, and also in the music side of things is like, be clear, like it works like that. You say what you want, and you talk to your friends, and you talk to the universe or to the Most High or whoever, and you'll find the answers. And it will make you do stuff that you might have not thought of, or make you do stuff you thought you might not be capable of. But once you focus what you want and not stop focusing it will come together, Such as like, I never thought I would be able to come to Chicago alone. I did it.
Yeah.
And I did it with a musician's broke salary. I don't have nobody financing me, and I make about 2,000, max 2,005 a month. I make almost nothing.
And that's I heard Switzerland was kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Living there. So yeah, that, man.
I mean, just saying, like, it really is. But I also understand why people have harder life situations. They have, it's hard for people sometimes to be consistent just throughout where they live, through what happens in their families, through whatever. So it's not like I'm judging. I really want to make sure, like, I'm not saying this with any judgmental, but yeah, like the clarity from what they want to do with their culture, and then be more clear with it so it can grow from the inside. That would be so beautiful. More of that. Not that it's not happening. People are doing great efforts, shout out to Styles with the Cage and J-Ron and all of those people, but more of that.
Right on. Man, yeah, absolutely more. That's you hit on it. That's gonna help. That's definitely gonna help. And I'm gonna give a plug behind the name real quick, because they just celebrated their 100th episode. So I gotta give it up to brother Boo Dilla and Prince J-Ron.
Yes, for real.
Fire again for making it to that point. But I wasn't able to tune in for the whole thing, but they did touch on that. That was heated. I had to leave to go help my daughter with her homework. Got back in, and it was like this discussion got real around that point about people working together and supporting each other. So it's on the minds and hearts of many.
Right.
It's just in that stage of, man, how are we going to do this? So no, that's definitely key. So now I got more of a personal question for you.
Sure.
For all your efforts and everything you like working on, like, is there anything else that you need? Like, any other resources? This is your chance to kind of pump it out there of everybody listening, because they might like, hey, you need a photographer. Hey, you got A. Curry, you got Ant. Just put it on out there, man. This is your network moment.
Right. Well, I mean, one goes out to the fans such as myself that want to, support the culture. There is always ways that you can help promote the fan page, or just make sure you promote Chicago in general more, and so the other thing is, yes, dancers, if you want to collaborate with the page, please send me your top 5 tracks. Ideally, the tracks will be available on SoundCloud or at least Spotify, but one so I can, make a playlist so people can actually hear it. That is amazing. I mean, and if you want to, like, even if you're interested in helping with the page, I'm totally open, especially if you're from Chicago. Like, if you're like overseas and I don't know you, like, yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit of a protective kind of situation because I worked 2 years to even feel ready to do the page. But if you're from Chicago and you feel like you want to have a say in this project, for sure, like, I'm totally down to collaborate. You can always send, if you want things to be shared on that page, always send it over. The other thing is like the financial situation for the documentary, that I personally just feel like, I kind of think it's on me to find a solution, because to make a good piece of work, I just realized I have to really like take aside at least 2 or 3 months, if not more. And I will have to have a way to live through those moments because I don't really have savings. So, but I mean, again, if you're a fan and want to support what I got going on, I obviously like, yeah, I mean, it would be kind of cool, but at the same time, I want to find like more like maybe official money, like maybe from like, there are like cultural funds or something. It's a tricky business because it's work I don't really necessarily want to take money for, but still I need some kind of financing to even be able to do it.
Right.
But I mean, I'm ambitious to figure it out myself.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. And no, like the culture, like in that sense, is like, I know that some people might have their doubts about me because I'm white. Maybe they might have their doubts about me because I support certain people, or because I decided to also like the way I moved within the culture, through creation, and then kind of not learn from creation no more, from my side, without any bad feelings, but I had to go my own way. And there might be people who might have like a problem with the way I move, but if you want to, like, quite in general, like if you want to have my page to be like a source that can help you have more reach to promote your classes or your music, quite obviously it will work better if we collaborate. Yeah. So like, if you want me to do a good job, it's going to work better with your help than with your hate.
Hey, I like that. You just had a phrase right there. Works better with your help than with your hate.
Yeah. It's just like, I mean, I always understand people's feelings, and if I do anything wrong, please always inbox me and we can always have a discussion, But know that, and I'm not just saying that for myself, with everybody, like, if you ever have like doubts on what anybody ever does, whether it be you, whether it be Shadon, whether it be Will Glass-Steagall, it's always better to try to understand before you hate on people. And things will always work better in collaboration. So yeah, that's because, like, believe me, like, you're not in Chicago for work. The people that are active in Chicago for work, all of them, really, I think all of them have a great heart and mean it from their heart. Including creation, in my opinion. Yeah. So like to have that, kind of extreme, like it's cool if you know where your inner circle is and if you want to focus on your inner circle, but try to have discussions before you cut people out, ideally.
Absolutely. I mean, the only way you can get understanding is through conversation. So no, that's good word right there. So we almost to the end of it.
Yeah.
I want to ask you these footwork fast questions. Okay.
All right.
2 questions. First thing on your mind. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. First off, what's your favorite decade of music? Musician.
60s.
60s. Ooh. Okay, that's a different one right there. I think the closest was Ben Court because he had like a whole different thing. All right, the 60s.
Jazz in the 60s.
Jazz in the 60s. Okay, real specific. Okay, right on. We can dig that. Your choice. Chipotle or Qdoba?
I don't even know Qdoba.
All right, I'm going to scratch out Qdoba. Chipotle or Wendy's?
It's Chipotle.
Man, right on. Oh, shoot. All right. So you want to give any shout outs?
Yeah, of course. Shout out to Murder Mommy. Thanks for hosting me. Thanks for making sure I kept going with this Chicago footwork process. Same goes to J. Ron. Without J. Ron, no Pam is the culture. You know, shout out obviously for creation for giving me a great entry and learning in my starting times.
Right on.
Shout out to Traxman for making sure I learn about Black culture.
Hey,
don't skip no steps. You know.
Hey, that's the gatekeeper right there.
Right.
Traxman. Yeah. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So these are my main, you know, and then of course, A. Curry. Thank you so much for your work and investment in the culture. Same goes to Shadon. Shout out to you. Shout out also to Bodilla behind the name, just because without you, I wouldn't know anything and I couldn't prepare for nothing. You know, you are the foundation of what I do. Shout out to DJ Rock for your inspirational music, DJ Solo for your inspirational music, RP Boo, you know, DJ Twan. Shout out to Weezy. Shout out to J-Dot. Shout out to Crossfire. Shout out to so many people, like everybody who's ever given an interview. Yeah, I have to stop. Like, I could go on for an hour with shout outs for real, but I mean, everybody I've ever learned, and I mean, also, like, not to forget Rashad Harris for teaching me some amazing moves. Yeah, just, you know, everybody I forgot, but like everybody, I appreciate you so much, and you know, like what you are doing with the Chicago footwork art form is just nothing but amazing, and we're gonna make the world see that, you know.
Wow, right on. Hey, I enjoyed these shout outs. These shout outs just flowed. All good people, all of them, love all of them. Hey, so check it out real quick, and then we'll take a break before we do this cipher. So how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, I mean, Instagram is my main go-to, so it's Pamela Mendez Music. It's a personal one. You go to Fans of Chicago Footwork _, for the new fan page. And I also, I didn't even talk about that, but I have an album coming up next year. It's called, the project is called UKP2.
UKP2.
Yes, and it's like crossover pop, electronic pop music with some Chicago influences sometimes. So yeah, keep an eye on that. I'm really bad at promoting myself, but I should do that from time to time too. So yeah, I'm also a musician.
Yeah, you got it, man. You got to. Well, hey, thank you so much, Sister Pam Mendez. I appreciate it. I enjoyed this conversation.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Your heart and all that. So, yo, we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back. I'm going to send you another link, all right?
Yes. All right.
All
right.
Yeah, there goes Sister Pamela Mendez kicking off the footwork cipher. We over here dancing to none other than the Crack Capone DJ Rock's track, Car Work. You see, it's live. It's got us feeling it. Sister Pamela there hitting them spins on them. Did a little twist move. Yeah, the track is hype. Y'all can get that track on Bandcamp. Crack Capone DJ Rock, Car Work. Oh, here I go. Yeah, there goes your brother right there, hitting that old man footwork. Oh, bang on him, man, bang on him. Yeah, man, just having a good time. Just having a good time, having some fun. Man, hitting them skates on that spin. I was trying to spin longer, but my balance ain't as good as it used to be. Oh, Sister Pam. Come on, Sister Pam. Oh, yeah. So, hey, I'll just be straight up. I'm talking over this part of the video because of the song is playing. Last time I did this, well, I don't want to say last time. One time I did this, I think it was with the homegirl, Yael Land. Man, we was dancing off a footwork track. I tried to post the video to YouTube, doggone YouTube, talking about they gonna block the video. This is my warning. I had to mute that whole section of it just to get it to stick to YouTube. I'm like, man, that's jacked up. Who wanted doggone? Just watch us footwork in and out without hearing the track. But yeah, so I figured out a workaround, y'all. So if I talk over it a little bit. Oh, they lost my doggone newsboy hat. Yeah, this is Pam. But yeah, if I talk over it a little bit, then that interferes with the song enough to I guess YouTube feels like, okay, we can let it ride because ain't nobody finna try to sample this or steal it because it's too much interference on the song. So to all y'all out there, that's my tip, that's my discovery. Come on, Pam. Get it, girl. Man, come on, don't shoot me, Pam, don't shoot me. Yeah, that's crazy. That's kind of like commentating my own doggone footwork cipher. That's all right, though. Do what you got to do. Yeah, man. So, it was a good time. Hey, hope y'all enjoyed it. Yeah. Hey, can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. You said DJ Rock. I heard his name, so I was like, he put on the Crack Capone track.
Right.
I'm trying like a mother. But yeah, brother DJ Rock the Cracker Pone. That was Car Wreck, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Hey, you done woke me up. But
that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I did not go work yet this morning, so it was great.
Yeah, oh, so you happy to help you get your morning footwork in. Ooh, yeah. All right, so Sister Pam, appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and pause. But again, thank you for being on Give Us the Works. Many blessings to you. God bless you. More success to you. Be in prayer for you and all your efforts. And hey man, we're gonna do this again.
Yes.
All right,
Thank
y'all.
you so much. It was so much fun.
That's it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all learned something. Please make sure that you look at our guests' website and social media and check them out, and that way you can support. We all need to support each other, right? But stay tuned, because on the second Wednesday of next month, we're going to have a brand new guest that's going to share with us their works. So y'all, until then, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Love each other. God bless you. And footwork out.